It is good to be here. The people are ready, ready to see the changes they voted for on Election Day, and here today we are hitting the ground running with our sleeves rolled up and getting to work. And I have put together a team that I am confident can begin the process of moving Missouri forward, and we continue to look for key qualities: dedicated, experience, passion for the state of Missouri, respect for public service, and shared vision for moving our state forward. Today I'm going to announce some of the key initial players in my administration and my transition team. The first appointment is one I'm extremely proud of. I want to announce that I will be appointing John Watson as Chief of Staff to the Governor. John is one of Missouri's finest public servants. He and I have served together, and he has served with honor and distinction in the Attorney General's office. He understands our government inside and out. Before becoming an Assistant Attorney General and moving his way up to the top spot in my office, John worked at the Department of Economic Development, where he focused on small business development. Prior to that, in the private sector, he was a financial analyst in the finance section at Emerson Electric, where he worked in the late 80s. He brings both public sector and private sector experience and has helped lead the team that I think has produced the most efficient and effective office in state government. Last year we saved the return to taxpayers $20.83 for every dollar appropriated to the office, saved the return. And John is one of the real reasons why that's possible. He is joined here by his lovely family, Julie, Hope, Hannah, and Haley, who have tolerated his long work hours and have grown into the fine young women that will also send a signal about the family environment that we expect to have. There's absolutely no doubt that John will bring professionalism and honor to the position of Chief of Staff to the Governor. I have no doubt about that, and look forward to working with him day and night. He is a native of Kennett, Missouri. He earned his law and undergraduate degrees from the University of Missouri, and I thank very much John for accepting this challenging position. Now, while John will be the Governor's Chief of Staff once I take office, I've asked Charles Burson to serve as the Transition Director. As Transition Director, Charles will be responsible for finding the best and the brightest people from across Missouri to serve in state government. A government that reflects the diversity of our state and reflects the hard-working nature of what we've always done. Charles' reputation across the United States is unmatched. He has a distinguished career in both the private and public sectors. He understands what it takes to put together a government that works for the people. I first developed a relationship with Charles when he was the Attorney General of Tennessee from 1988 to 1997. He then went on to serve as counsel and Chief of Staff to Vice President Gore. He later served as an advisor to President Clinton. It's just wonderful to have someone of his experience. It's also noteworthy to note that Charles advised Vice President Gore on all matters concerning his transition. So he understands the importance of a smooth and transparent transition process. After leaving the White House, Charles moved to Missouri to serve as General Counsel and Vice President of the Monsanto Company. Charles is now of counsel with the Brian Cave Law Firm and teaches law at the Washington University Law School. He has taken a leave of absence from Brian Cave and will be doing just the two things: making sure all of his law students finish their semester and teaching those classes. No, he has taken a leave from Brian Cave to do this job as Director of Transition for us. Charles earned his law degree from Harvard Law. We are tolerant of that. He earned his master's from Cambridge University and a bachelor's from the University of Michigan. I am honored that Charles has agreed to take the time to lead this transition team. It's hard to imagine anyone in the United States more qualified than Charles Burson to do this job. We also have 3 transition co-chairs, in no particular order, although I've written them here in order. The first of those is Justice Ronnie White. To help Charles find the best and brightest from across Missouri, we will have 3 transition co-chairs. They will advise Charles and help the transition team reach out to all communities across our state. The first of those is my good friend, Justice Ronnie White. He's a former, as most of you know, a former Chief Justice of the Missouri Supreme Court, also the Court of Appeals, also City Council for the City of St. Louis, a lifelong public servant until recently, where he is becoming a very successful private lawyer out there. He also served 3 terms in the House of Representatives, and not only does he have deep respect throughout the state for the work that he has done in his entire public career, he also is someone who has served in 2 branches of government and will bring to us the level of knowledge of both of those that will also be extremely helpful to me. Another of my transition co-chairs is Nadia Kaplan. Nadia is a true leader in the Springfield community. She is one of the top investment advisors in America. She was named one of the 25 most powerful women in banking and is one of the top 50 brokers in the United States. Especially with the challenges we have financially at this state, this country at this time, I thought it was especially important to reach out to the best and the brightest, and I am extremely honored that Nadia would take the time to serve as one of our co-chairs here and help us move this forward. She has also been named an Outstanding Missourian of the Year and Outstanding Philanthropist in Springfield. She is joined today by her husband Howard, a great friend of ours from the Springfield area, and I'm confident that Nadia will bring the same level of competitive desire to be the best in the country to this process as she has her work in Springfield and quite frankly around the country. The third of my transition co-chairs is Phil Snowden. Phil is from Kansas City, Missouri, a business leader, a public official, and quite frankly a Missouri sports legend. He served in the Missouri House from 1967 to 1977 and in the Missouri Senate from 1977 to 1985. He's been a leader his whole life. As a quarterback of the Mizzou Tigers in 1960, he led them in the Orange Bowl. And he's now a leader in the business community and a dear friend of mine, someone that throughout my time in public service has been a real mentor. Phil's assistance to me as a young state senator and his leadership in the business community of Kansas City is unparalleled, and with his competitive, the same competitive tone that he brought to quarterbacking the University of Missouri to the last time that they had a #1 ranking before last year for a period of time is the same tone that he has brought with all of my dealings with him, and he will bring to his assistance to us here.